back again with another Dundalk video. We had a fantastic day on Wednesday, didn't we, Dean?
Yep, definitely probably our most successful day of back or having some selections at Dundalk for quite a while, I'd imagine.
And we had some nice prizes too, like Forburns, like tipped up 7-4 and went off 15-2. Like that was some drift on that, and then to win by what it did win by was extra impressive. You did well this week in Hollywood bets, I seen. Oh, you
started well, anyway. I was up around there, and my last two selections kind of let me down. And to be fair, like looking back on it again, I probably would have changed them. Falseron again drafted like an absolute barge and runs a good enough race in fairness to him. Couple of winners tipped up. Lady of Luxury, nice draft from about fours and then go to 6-1, and Drakensberg 3-1 backed off the boards on the 11-8, I think it was. So really good day all round. I actually enjoyed the buzz off the Hollywood bets challenge that day, although their site was down, but we still managed to keep track of it. It was really good fun actually, and I enjoyed it anyway.
Yeah, when you're up the top, you're like, Jesus, I actually have a chance of winning this. Yeah, but I actually really fancy my chances this week. I think I am going to be winning.
You sound you're on a roll at the minute though, as we were discussing there. You've had 10 winners at Dundalk since the start of February, was it?
Yeah.
That's a very, very healthy strike rate.
Yeah, definitely in profit anyway at Dundalk for February.
Oh, for sure. As a team, we're well on because although we've picked some of the same kind of horses, you've had 10 winners, I've had 7, I think it says it was, or 8, and Alan says he's 6. Yeah. So the winners are there, and what Alan pointed out to us about the last day was we actually never had a horse outside the top 3.
Yeah, which is
that we selected on our videos, like between the 3 of us.
Like it's crazy when you think about it, isn't it? How good Dundalk does. I suppose when you're studying it day in day out, you know the horses, everything that's going. You just get used to it, don't you? Yeah, you're able to pick them form lines and whatnot.
It's all about keeping track, like a Dundalk there. It's all about keeping track of handicap marks. What's coming back to a 1 mark? What's been kind of catching the eye? That's coming 3rd, 4th, maybe 5th. That hasn't caught a break that the winner did or something. It's all about just keeping an eye on things, and for some people it might not be their thing to do, but that's what we're here to try and help and maybe focus their attention on something like that.
Yeah, and usually when you see them horses run really well coming into 3rd, 4th, 2nd, they'll be out in another 2 or 3 weeks and they'll be winning.
Yeah.
Or they'll be very, very close again.
That's for sure. And you can never you could never go wrong with it. Like some McAlford, Joseph O'Brien, boys like that there around Dundalk. It's there. If you look under Dundalk, it's pretty good to get a form line on.
Like it's the same trainers, like you said, Halford, O'Brien, McGuinness, McConnell, Hogan, whoever else. Like they're all the same coming in every week. Whatnot. There's a few small trainers there. Fiend, Leanne Breen there won this week with a big shot. Brandon Murphy. Yeah, but again, like I said, I think I'll win Hollywood bets this week. The Hunters Challenge.
Hopefully so. We'll get cracking with it.
Yeah, and we will be. Hopefully, we'll be winning. Alan will be joining us now. Yeah.
Good stuff. The crack's always good.
It is. We are joined by Alan Moran as per usual. Alan's a regular on the show now. We'll get straight into the first race. It's 4 o'clock. It's 5 furlong. For me, I am going against Pillar, which is a rare occasion. I'm going for Maggie Thunder. For me, has an absolute solid record over 5. Her only win was over 5 furlongs too. Last time I came 4th over 6 furlongs. Behind Pillar. Declan McDonough is riding here. 5-1 looks great price.
Yeah, I'm going to go for a horse that I put up last time out as well and finish second at 25-1. Tassel Flower. Although something very interesting to note here, and I didn't know this before, but until one time a few weeks ago when there was a juvenile racing against the more seasonal sprinters, Fran Berry and Kevin O'Ryan mentioned on Racing TV that it's very hard for the younger fillies and colts to race against the more hardened seasoned sprinters and these type of races. Now Tassel Flower there and the favourite Aloka are both young enough, but they're receiving lots of weight here. Tassel Flower was really unlucky going down by a length the last time out. I would be inclined to give her another go. She's in around 6-1 there. It's not, when you add all them things up, it wouldn't fill me full of confidence, but I'll take her each way at 6-1.
Yeah, the one that catches my eye is Poet's Pride, trained by David Marnane. It's actually dropping down from 7 furlongs to 5 furlongs. This might look a bit strange to a lot of people, but the blinkers were applied and it actually won of £7 higher around this time last year. Most of its best runs have actually come in the month of February. It won in February when trained by David Barron in England, and also won in February for David Marnane. So it's probably coming into form. Likes the race keenly. The extra stamina just could be the key. As we've seen with coming through there on earlier in the week at Dundalk, if you stay a wee bit further over a fast run 5, it could well suit. So Poet's Pride for me at 7-1.
Yeah, we'll quickly move on to the 4:30. It's 2 miler. For me, Anna Bonina, trained by John McConnell, is going to be ridden by Nathan Cross, which is quite interesting. She came 5th last time out over 1 mile 4. The step up to 2 miles should absolutely suit on the flat. You know, she's been going over hurdles at that distance and further. Tongue strap on for the first time as well on the flat, so 4-1 looks very good.
Yeah, this is a great race actually. Construct, who won over 2 miles before at Dundalk, and they're at 10-1. You know, discounting him at that big of a price there is a bit shocking, to be fair, given that we know he acts on the track. Anna Bonina was interesting last time. I don't know, Alan, you backed or you put her up. I just think this step up and trip up is over 1 mile 4. This step up to 2 miles could be more of her playing to her game. But if you look at it in jockey bookings, it's probably not John McConnell's first choice in the race, so it'll be interesting. But no, I would take Anna Bonina as well, 4-1.
Yeah, I'm actually just looking at the price on this, and probably Sneaky Getaway is probably very short just for what he's achieved. Like, it'll be his first run in the all weather. Colin Keane's booked. He's rated 96 in the level, and he's 133 over hurdles. Like, he was 8th in the English Cesarewitch back in 2019 behind Stratham. He had the likes of Takarengo in that race as well. He finished 12th in the Irish Cesarewitch last year behind his stablemate Cape Gentleman. Then he was very impressive over hurdles. Look, he had 2 runs of hurdles since they were poor enough. This could be a bit of a confidence booster. 11-8, 6-4. Is it a bit too short? We'll know more tomorrow night. It probably is for me.
Yeah. The third race is a 6 furlong handicap. For me, I tipped up Stop on Red last time it ran, and I'm tipping it up again. Finished second. I was never ran over 6 furlongs before. Did win over 7. Chris Hayes is riding, and I'd hope he can go one better this time at 7-2.
Yeah, I'm going to rush in with one here called No Patience. Now it's in their market leader, 3-1. Not the most trustworthy of horses, but this caliber of race small field should suit him. The other one I was drawn to was Ball and Glass Abbey for Johnny Feen. Now, Johnny had 2 runners there on Wednesday. One finished 3rd at 80-1, and the other finished 4th at 25-1. So the horses are kind of maybe in a bit of form. Haven't seen them about for a while, so that would be something to be interested in. But no, I'll stick with No Patience at 3-1.
Yeah, I'm going to agree with Ryan on Stop on Red. Just very interesting for me. Chris Hayes hasn't ridden this horse since his debut. It's actually been ridden by Andy Slattery and all other times. So to get Chris Hayes back on board, look, it's only up £1 since his last run. I'd say it takes plenty of beating here.
Yep. Forest tonight's 5:30. It's another 6 furlong handicap. As much as I do love English, I am going for Woodrow here. Absolutely blew the field away over 6 furlong last time out in a maiden, won by 5 lengths, I think it was, in January. That was should be Look, she'll be very, very close again here, if not win. 7-2, I think.
Yeah, I would have to be in agreement, Ryan. I like Woodrow a lot, but I can't look past Alfredo Arcano here, I'm afraid. Third in his last 3 occasions. Chased home Harry's Bar and the Joseph O'Brien one the last time. I know it was a 3-runner race, he came home in third, but he's showing signs maybe a bit of form, coming back to a bit of form. And just looking at the clockwise there, like, he'd be a lot quicker than some of these time runs, especially his last run there. So I would be inclined to go with him there 4-1.
Yeah, the one for me now. I'm very, very sweet on Wonder Elzam. Third to well suited and major power last time. Drops to 6 furlongs. It was a decent draw, actually installed 6. It was a course winner over a mile, beating Masala. I'm inclined to think Dundalk maybe running a little bit on the slower side, where if you have a horse stays a wee bit further, it might suit. This horse now, if you go back to his run at the Curry, he was third behind a horse that went on to win a listed race and is now rated 109. He's plenty of speed, likes to race up with the pace. He's decent value in around 4-1.
Yep. The 6 o'clock is the 1 mile maiden. Now, my generation is an interesting one here. Half sister, the Crossfire Hurricane, could be very special in the future. But Dean, you mentioned it a few times beforehand that Josephs generally take a run. So I'd be writing that one off this time anyway. But for me, I'm going for Halla Jude. Alan Pearce is riding it. He rode an incredible race there last week, or on Wednesday, sorry. Halla Jude was third last 2 races, and she steps up to 1 mile here. I reckon, to be honest, that's the best show here. It's not really much of a betting race, in fairness.
Yeah, Ryan, you're correct. I have said it before. Joseph, it's no secret that Joseph's runners tend to take a run. I'd take a very special one to run on debut. I'd be in the same boat. I'd be inclined to leave this race alone because there could be anything in this. Dermot Wells got a couple of entries. Joseph's a couple of unraced horses. There's really good standout form in this race as well. Alan's going to touch on it now in a minute as well. But if you're looking for a play, maybe with something with experience, as you say, like you're probably right in going for Halla Jude because he has kind of been unlucky recently. But that form is stacking up. I don't know, but I'd be intending to kind of leave this race alone because it's really, really hot.
Yeah, on the other hand, then I kind of scoured through this form the other day and I was looking through it, and Borgu Ali really stands out for me. Fourth on debut at Bellewstown, behind subsequent Group 1 Fillies mile winner, Pretty Gorgeous. Now, she's pretty much set the world by storm since that race in Bellewstown. This horse then went on second time out, ran well at Galway, behind 4 Home 2. Now, that horse went on to finish 4th in the Star Appeal listed race at Dundalk. That again, solid form. If you look through that race, the 2nd has come out and won, the 8th has won twice, and the 10th has finished 2nd. Look at drawn 3, Billy Lee on board. I'd be interested on the market front of this. I'm seeing in around 6-1. Keep an eye for market moves in this. Paddy Toomey, he likes a wee touch, so just keep an eye on it closer to the hour.
Yep. The 6:30 is a mile race. There's 2 in this, 2 5-1 shots for me anyway. McCliff was third, Sideshow Bob and Tobeville last time out. She has the same connections as Macban City, and obviously they're going to be very disappointed with the run Macban City put in on Wednesday, so they'll be probably looking to get a win here on Friday. It's McCliff's first time on the all-weather, or first time over a mile on the all-weather. Will be an interesting ride for Mark Gallagher. Sister Lola is the other one. It was ahead of McCliff last time out and hasn't went up anything for that, so that's another good shot in fairness.
Yeah, I'm in agreement. McCliff looks like he's ran an absolute blinder under a jockey who we were talking up a lot the last day, Siobhan Rutledge. I'm kind of disappointed to see Siobhan's not back on board, actually, given the way that it ran for her. Step Up and Trip probably won't be much of a danger. Now, Mark's more than capable of getting ahead in front as well in this horse, because Mark has rode a horse for me, rode a horse I had last year a couple of times now. Mark's a good lad, and I hope this one runs for him as well. But as you say, Ryan, Sister Lola as well would have a chance, but it'll be tight, but I'll take McCliff.
Yeah, as I mentioned, Sister Lola, I actually think she probably would have went much closer with a clear on the last day. She's the same weight with McCliff. Look, if she would have finished closer with a clear run, the 7th in that race, Acheron, has come out and run well since. Gatsby Cap's probably a good yardstick to be looking at. Now, look, for me, Sister Lolan around 5-1, I'd be happy to play a small each way. It's probably a race to watch more than anything.
That's fair. The 7 o'clock's a 45-65 handicap over a mile. For me, Ranger Bob has impressed me last time out anyway, and very nearly got Masley beat. He's drawn in stall 17, so he's drawn in Uri, which doesn't really help. Yeah, the extra furlong will hopefully help that, though, in fairness, stepping up to the mile from 7 furlongs. What's interesting is he has £10 claimer Sean Board on board, so that will help an awful lot. And at 10-3, he looks very, very good.
Yeah, no, I like 2 in this race, one at a bigger price than the other. Miss Sassy Boots, who I put up last time out, I thought she had a massive chance, but she had a massive chance from a good draw, but they dropped her in, and that doesn't play to her strengths at all, and I wasn't surprised to see her tailing off near the back of the field. She goes forward. She likes to bowl on and get on with. She could be hard beat, or she could be hard caught anyway, definitely. Could be a good each way value at 11-1, but I like Airchan. I thought it was really impressive behind Masalai last time out. Amy Jo Hayes keeps it right, £10 claimer. That's a valuable £10 being taken off. I like him.
Yeah, Dean, just you mentioned the strong pace there from Miss Sassy Boots. The one that I'm very interested in here is Tirana, trained by Pat Flynn, going to be ridden by Alan Pearce. Unexposed 5-year-old, was well supported last time when it finished 5th, Irish Ambassador. Had Masley just in front of her on that occasion. Masley's actually gone on and won twice. Should get the strong pace needed if Miss Sassy Boots decides to head off in front. And it wouldn't surprise me now if Tirana is the one closing late fast.
Yep. We'll move on to the final race then, lads. It's a 45-70 handicap. It's over 7 furlongs. I think we're all in agreement here. Masley is going for the hat-trick. And look, he'll get a massive form boost to either Ekron or Ranger Bob win the race beforehand, because they're the ones he bet in the last 2 races. Yeah, look, it's brilliant to see Masley winning finally, and going on a big run like this. Dylan Brown McMonagle is claiming 5, so that helps an awful lot. And 15 days, yeah, look, you can't go wrong.
Yeah, exact same. Masley. I'm just hoping that the handicapper, he's not on the handicapper's grip just yet, and he's able to complete the hat trick. Just interesting to note there, Monfalad as well, back to his last one on mark. Likes to get on with things out in front. You know, in terms of if he gets an easy lead, you know, back off his last one on mark, he could be dangerous. He's one to keep an eye on. Maybe not tomorrow night, but with a view over the next couple of the runs, he could be back in the winners enclosure again.
Yeah, again, it's going to be all about the pace this race. The likes of Monfalad, Togeville like to go forward. The thing for Masley that might just pop me off it a little bit is it's gone up to a mark of 66. He hasn't won off this mark, but he's been placed twice off it. I just think that this race will be probably run to suit, and look, it'll probably be set up lovely for him. And I think if he travels well into the race, I think he'd probably land a hat trick, and he's in around 15 days, decent value.
Yeah, and Dylan Brown McMonagle claiming the 5 obviously helps. Boys, Nap next best each way. Dean, start with you.
Masalai next best will go for Alfredo Arcano, and I'll give Construct as my each way bet of the night, 10-1.
Yep.
I'm going to nap up Borgu Ali in the treacherous 6 o'clock, lads. Wonder Elzam will probably be next best. I think it's seriously well handicapped still. Look, don't have much of an each way, but Poet's Pride probably in the first, maybe in around 7-1.
Yeah, I'm going to nap up Masley. My next best will be Stop on Red in the 5 o'clock. And I did mention that I do love Eglish. So Eglish at 14-1.5 5 looks decent enough.
Good stuff.
Yep.